Hello my dear friends, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. We're still looking into the future of immigration. We're looking into the matter of immigration to Canada in 2020 and probably 2021 for those of you who are planning ahead of time and looking at what to do and how to prepare yourself. Interestingly enough, when we recorded our previous videos, when we said how to immigrate to Canada in 2020 and which way immigration is looking, how it's changing and shifting its focus from immigration programs towards immigration applicants and how you have to play around multiple immigration programs, everything we technically said has been confirmed by the recent mandate issued by the Prime Minister of Canada to the Minister of Immigration of Canada. And there are a few points I would like to focus on in here in order for us to understand which way immigration works and what is new in respect to this mandate, what to expect going forward from now on. First and foremost, it's been reinforced and reconfirmed that Canada will be focusing more and more on federal immigration programs, and pilots will be focusing more and more on rural immigration. So finally, it comes down to somebody that Canada needs to develop its rural areas. When I'm talking about rural areas, it's not necessarily somewhere far, far away. It's not necessarily we're talking about far, far north, right? But those of you who were in Canada know that, well, 1 hour drive from Toronto, for example, right? Like once you're away from Barrie, from municipal area of Barrie, that's it. It's like a deep, deep forest, literally, where you face higher chances of meeting a squirrel, a moose, or whatever, rather than a human being. And I'm not exaggerating here, because you got those small towns, townships, and villages which desperately need fresh blood, which desperately need people to come in there to help local businesses to be developed, to help those factories, those manufacturing businesses to develop themselves further on, because you literally do not have people. I've been working a couple times with a buddy of mine who's been asking me for help. It doesn't really matter what kind of business they had. They were about 25 minutes drive from Barrie. They were looking desperately to have somebody to work in a company with a hefty salary, with everything in there. They just were struggling to find somebody to come because people were not ready to drive, people were not ready to come in, despite the fact that they were paying much more than an average income or average salary in the municipal area of Barrie. I'm not talking here about what's going on in Sudbury, in Timmins, and so on and so on. Now, getting back to the mandate has reinforced the fact that yes, focus will be on those rural areas, meaning that we could expect more support for rural pilot, we can see more support for Atlantic pilot, and we're slowly going here to the second part of it, where the minister said that you have to develop, to the Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, you guys have to develop the municipal project or municipal pilot. This pilot will probably be based on Atlantic. This pilot will probably incorporate the best parts of Manitoba provincial immigration towards Morden, and they probably will incorporate the best parts of the upcoming rural pilot. I'm still calling it upcoming because it's not fully evolved, it's not fully working right now, but whatever it means is that those local communities will have to dictate how to attract immigrants which are needed to communities, and there will be more and more efforts pushed towards the fact that immigrants actually stay in this community. So if there is a job offer, if there is a chance for you to establish in the community, ministry is expecting you to at least try to stay in there, despite the fact that they cannot do it, right? I mean, they cannot force you. And many immigrants, I'm assuming, that would be leaving sooner or later from those rural communities. But there are those who will be staying, and these people would be bringing this much needed fresh blood towards communities to develop. Another interesting part, probably it's not that interesting and not that important anyways, right? The minister said that Minister of Citizenship and Immigration should work towards the fact of eliminating citizenship fee. Not necessarily I would agree with this, well, despite the fact it's not that much amount of money anyways, but citizenship fee is supposed to be waived in the future. That's what to expect. My take out of everything issued in this mandate is the same as we said before. So immigration is focused on an immigrant, on a person who would be looking at all sides, if you will, where to go, which municipal program to go, which provincial program to go, how to reflect to these ever-changing requirements, and how I can actually prepare myself and submit this application for every single province or every single immigration stream. So bottom line is that we have to be as flexible as humanly possible, much more flexible than it was before, and your reaction to this new programs has to be extremely light and fast, right? You got to be absolutely certain that you would be able to reflect these requirements and new challenges as much as you could. If you would need to discuss how to do it, what to do with this, right, feel free to send an email to our generic mailbox. One of our team members would be able to respond to you as soon as possible and help you out to at least strategize your immigration for the future. Questions and concerns, feel free to drop us a line, send us an email, or leave your comment below the video section, and we'll be able to help you.